I've been using the iPhone 17 Pro for the last 2 months, and I do believe it's currently the best phone you can buy. But even if it wasn't, if I actually believed that you could buy a Samsung phone or a Google phone that was better than this, I would still keep using the iPhone. And here's why. Lots of people ask me how's the experience been with the iPhone 17 Pro, how it actually handles, how it actually lasts, does it get damaged, can it scratch easily, how's the cameras, how's the display, especially how's the battery life, and if it's actually worth it to upgrade. And my answer all the time is, this is the best iPhone ever. If you have a newish iPhone from 2023 onwards, it is not worth to upgrade, but if you have an older iPhone, upgrade it. You will love it. The thing is, there are some things you need to know about the iPhone 17 Pro that are different from the older generation of iPhones, especially the 14 Pro, 15 Pro or 16 Pro we were used to. This iPhone is made of aluminium, and so it's a bit more fragile than the older iPhone Pro models. So the thing that I say all the time, first is grab a case. If you buy the iPhone 17 Pro, you will need to grab a case. Even if you love this orange color, which I do, you need to be very careful. Buy a silicone case that's transparent, because this is made of aluminium. And because you have a full aluminium body, it's easy to scratch on your pocket with lint, dust, or even small sand particles that come in your pockets from everyday life. It will scratch your phone. Keys, it will also scratch your phone. So you need to be more careful with this phone than before. But there's a good reason for it. The iPhone 17 Pro features an aluminium body for a reason. Now, it can cool itself much better, so you won't be having huge problems with the display's brightness, which I had with older iPhone Pro models. They got too hot and the display dimmed a lot. Now, with the 17 Pro, you don't have that issue. This phone barely overheats, even outside with warm weather. Of course, we are now entering winter, and so it's actually more tough to test this out. But trust me, in September time, while it was very hot, I tested out and this phone behaved perfectly. Videos, photos, no issues. While my 16 Pro Max had some problems on my vacations. So it was something that I actually talked about in my last iPhone 16 Pro Max review that I did, like my 1-year review. I talked about that. That was one of my biggest disappointments with that phone, the overheating. Now with the 17 Pro, because of the aluminium body and the vapor chamber technology, no issues there. And that was something that I would happily trade off for an aluminium body instead of the titanium one. Then of course, you have the smudges, the fingerprints, and how dirty you can get your phone. And because it's aluminium now, much lesser than the stainless steel that you probably have on your old iPhone Pro model, or the titanium if you have the newest iPhones like the 15 Pro or the 16 Pro. This is very easy to clean, very easy to maintain. It's just more fragile. So be careful, buy a case. Trust me, totally worth it, especially if you have this orange color. It will scratch and you will notice it a lot. As for the display, this is probably the same display that you have on your iPhone, a bit bigger. If you have the iPhone 12 Pro, 13 Pro, 14 Pro, your iPhone has a 6.1-inch display. Even the 15 Pro also has that. But if you have the iPhone 16 Pro, this has the same exact display. A 6.3-inch, 120Hz ProMotion display with the same size bezels as the iPhone 16 Pro. No changes on the display. So this is pretty much the same display as the iPhone 16 Pro. If you want to see how does this perform, go into a store and test out the iPhone 16 Pro or ask someone that has one, the same exact display. As for the cameras, they are a bit different. You still have the same 48 megapixel main sensor and the 48 megapixel ultra wide. They are good, they take insane shots at night, during the day. They are awesome cameras, the same as the 16 Pro, but with one caveat, you have a new telephoto lens that is 40 megapixels. So you have a completely new focal range of 100 millimeters and 200 millimeters that takes incredible shots with incredible color science. Because the sensor now is much bigger, you have better bokeh and obviously better low light condition photography. So instead of complaining, instead of saying this is the same every single year, enjoy this tiny bit of upgrades that you get, because this is the iPhone onwards, just tiny upgrades. But why? Why won't I leave my iPhone? Why won't I switch to a Samsung that changes things up? Or even to a Google phone that changes things up? Or even to a Xiaomi phone, Oppo phone, I don't know, whatever Chinese brand you want to name. Why don't I switch to Android phones? Well, the reason is simple. The Apple ecosystem. I love the Apple ecosystem. I have an Apple Watch, a Mac, an iPad, and the advantages that come with the Apple ecosystem outweigh the advantages of buying a new iPhone. Because this is, yes, iterative. This is a small upgrade every single year. I simply upgrade because of you guys, because of the YouTube channel. I need to review the newest phone. But if you have the iPhone 15 Pro, You still have an amazing iPhone and you don't need to switch. The 14 Pro is still good. So why? Why won't I abandon Apple's ecosystem? Why would I switch? Why would I keep buying iPhones if they are the same thing every single year? Well, because the easy of use, the Apple's ecosystem integration, Airdrop, iMessage, FaceTime, iCloud, Handoff, all of these features that create almost like a seamless experience between your computer, your iPad, your Apple Watch, or even your smartwatch and your iPhone and your AirPods, this changes things up. Because you need to think that these iPhones, they are not a single device. They are part of an ecosystem. They complement other devices. They make your life experience with the Apple ecosystem better. And you take a photo here, you send it via AirDrop to your iPad, and you can see it there. Or you drop it in on your Apple Photos, and your Apple Gallery will show you everywhere, even on the Apple TV back there. So you have so many devices that can interchange between each other information, and you can copy on your iPhone, paste on your Mac, you can copy on your iPhone, paste on your iPad. You can be working at the same time with 3 devices, and they work completely seamlessly. You have the iPad, you can use universal control with your Mac, you can use Sidecar with your Mac. There are so many features with the iPad and the Mac that makes them completely bulletproof for me to switching from them. And then you also have the iPhone and the Apple Watch and all the integration that you have with your heart health, with your workout information, with your sleep score when there's sleep information. Then you have your iPhone and your AirPods, where your AirPods connect to your iPhone seamlessly. They work so well. They have so many cool features like incredible noise cancellation. You also have SharePlay to share music between 2 different pairs of AirPods from the same iPhone. You have SharePlay for watching movies on a plane. There's so many cool features for having the Apple ecosystem, for being inserted in one. You have free messaging throughout the whole world with iMessage. You have free FaceTime calls. You have so many cool features that you don't depend on a third-party service. You simply depend on Apple service. And Apple service is always great. They make sure that having all of these devices create the perfect experience. There's no sand in the wheels. Like, this simply works so well. And that's why I buy iPhones. That's why I buy Apple Watches. I don't upgrade my stuff every single year. I haven't upgraded my Apple Watch since 2023. This is my first generation Apple Watch Ultra. I won't be upgrading in years to come. This is still an amazing watch. I don't need more. I've upgraded the iPhone. Yes, because I upgrade every single year. And I upgraded my AirPods Pro because they are still a good pair. And I did believe actually it was a good upgrade. And I lost my older pair. That was probably the biggest reason. But apart from that, I didn't upgrade my iPad Pro since 2018. I upgraded in 2018 and then upgraded again in 2024 with the M4 iPad Pro. I still have my 2021 MacBook Pro with the M1 Max chip and runs my entire YouTube channel. It was a big investment, but in my opinion, totally worth it. And so as you can see, I don't upgrade my device every single year. I keep upgrading it. I keep upgrading the Apple ecosystem, how's it goes, and see, is this device old? Is this device creating problems in my ecosystem? Then I upgrade. The iPhone is different. But still, even if the iPhone was worse than the Samsung phone, it still wins on the Apple ecosystem part. And that's why I can't switch. That's why I can't simply leave the iPhone for a Samsung. I've tried several times. Trust me, I've tried several times. I actually tried every single year. Every single year that Samsung launches a new phone, a new flagship phone, the Samsung S25 Ultra. I have a review on my channel. I have a day in the life video on my channel. I have 2 weeks of content from that phone in my channel. I also have 2 weeks of content from Google Pixel XL. I think it was the Google Pixel 10 XL, 10 Pro, whatever you want to call it. The flagship phone from Google. I've made the review, I reviewed it, I tried them out, and at the end of the day, I give you my fair opinion. I have the review. Go check it out on my channel. 2 weeks or 1 month, whatever. I have it. And at the end of the day, I still have the touch on the Android world. I know Android. I've used Android for like 2 months out of my year. Every time. Every single year. But every time that I do, I understand that I can't switch my iPhone. And that's not Apple's fault. That's not my fault. That's no one's fault. That's simply how the market goes. Apple creates a product that is not the iPhone. Apple creates the Apple ecosystem. Everything else is just part of it. And everything else is simply too good to switch because of it. Apple sells the Apple ecosystem. Apple does not sell iPhones, does not sell smartwatches, does not sell computers, does not sell iPads or tablets, whatever you want to call it. No, they sell an ecosystem. They sell an integration. They sell the whole product. And if you start in one, you buy a Mac, you will buy an iPad, you'll buy an iPhone, you will buy the AirPods, you'll buy the smartwatch, you'll buy the phone in no time. If you buy the iPhone, it's the same thing. you will buy an iPad, and then you like the computers, you will buy the Mac, then you like the smartwatches, obviously you will buy an Apple Watch because you already have all this Apple stuff, and then you need a pair of earpods, you'll buy the AirPods because they are the best in the market. So Apple needs to make one good thing, and they need to make it work throughout the whole ecosystem. The thing is, they make the best tablet in the market, the iPad. They make the best computers in the market, the MacBooks. They make the best desktop computers in the market, the iMacs. They make the best phones in the market, still, with the iPhone. And they make the best earpods, the AirPods. They make the best smartwatches, the Apple Watches. And with all of this Apple ecosystem rounded up, how it works, how easy it works, and because the products are so good, it makes it impossible to switch from an iPhone to other competitors. This is not the market's fault. This is not my fault. This is simple, pure competition. Apple is simply better. And that's why they can charge it a bit of a premium on their devices, because they work, you can trust them, and they won't let you down. But let me know your opinion in the comments below. Will you switch to Android? Have you done it? And what's the problems with it? Do you have any type of Apple ecosystem or other ecosystem in your life that you can compete with mine? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.